Hello lovely ones, welcome to your practice. Today we'll focus predominantly on hips and shoulders. And I like to think about it like tending to our garden, nourishing the body-mind instrument, watering and fertilizing the body, but also the mind, nourishing the garden of the mind, cultivating moment-to-moment presence awareness, taking in the good and cultivating equanimity, that balanced even-mindedness. You won't need anything today, but if you like to have a blanket to support your knees, then you might have that nearby. And if you like to use blocks, you can also have those nearby too. I'll see you on the mat. We're going to start on our backs today, lovely ones. So let's come down and recline. Soles of feet together, knees wide in a reclined butterfly shape. Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can rest wherever's comfortable. Taking a few moments to arrive. Perhaps you gently close the eyelids, or maybe you're just softly gazing up and out towards the space above. Take an opportunity to plant your first seed in the practice, remembering why you're here, what draws you to practice today. Perhaps sowing the seed of an intention for your practice. And then when you're ready, bring the hands to the outer thighs and we'll gently draw the knees towards the ceiling, soles of feet on the mat. Then let's start with the left foot today. So picking it up, bend the left knee, sole of left foot to ceiling, half happy baby pose. Left hand to left foot or shin or maybe the back of the left thigh. And the right leg can stay as it is, or if you like, you can peel the right foot, the sole of the right foot off the mat as you let the right knee open to the right, back into that half butterfly shape, Supta Baddha Konasana. So half Supta Baddha Konasana, half happy baby. Just another breath here. And then we'll lift the right knee back up to the ceiling. Release the left foot, left ankle to top of right thigh. Reach your right hand to take a hold of the front of the left ankle or the top of the left foot. And if you can't reach, that's okay. Just let the hand rest on the body. Let it rest comfortably. But we'll keep the legs in this figure four shape, and then we'll allow the legs to just swivel and fall to the right. Sole of left foot coming down onto the floor. And if you're holding on to the front of the left ankle or the top of the left foot, keep a hold of the leg and use your left hand to press the top of the left thigh away from you, just gently. Keeping that sense of the left thigh reaching away from you towards the bottom of the mat. You might then reach the left arm, sprout it upwards beyond the top of the mat. So there's that length, that openness, like you're growing, if you like, through the left side seam of the body. And then we'll release the left arm back down. Maybe the left hand just rests on the left ribs. Let go of the right hand from the left foot and swing the legs back up again. Let's cross the left thigh all the way over the top of the right thigh. Pick up the feet, hands to shins, tops of ankles, or maybe they reach underneath and cup the heels. Coming into a reclined Gomukhasana shape. So legs draw in. And if there's space for you today, lift the feet away from the buttocks as the hands gently pull on the legs, so the shins and the feet are reaching away from one another. Last in-breath. And then we'll just gently release and let the soles of the feet come back onto the mat, knees bent. Take a moment. Take an easy breath. And let's do second side. So pick up right foot, half happy baby with the right leg. There's about a 90-degree angle behind the right knee, and you're just taking a hold of the leg wherever's comfortable with the right hand. Maybe that left knee opens to the left, coming into the half butterfly shape on the left side. Next exhale, you can release, lift the left knee, right ankle to top of left thigh. Depending on you, maybe the left hand reaches down and holds the ankle or the top of the right foot. And let's swing the legs over to the left. See if you can keep a hold of the foot or the ankle with the left hand. And it's as though you're kind of growing roots down from the sole of your right foot into the earth. So gently pressing the sole of the right foot down into the floor. And right hand can reach to the top of the right thigh and gently press the knee and the thigh away from you. And keeping that, when you're ready, reach up and out through the right arm. like a palm frond that's kind of growing up and out towards the sunlight. One more in-breath. Then we'll let that go. Bring the right hand down, swing the legs back up to center, and then once again, cross the right thigh, this time on top of the left thigh. Legs crossed, back up the feet, draw the legs in, hold the shins. Maybe the hands walk down to the ankles or cup the heels. And as you pull the legs in towards the torso, lift the feet and pull the shins away from one another. For some of us, actually, this is really intense. So if it's too much, then cross your right shin in front of your left shin instead of crossing the right thigh on top of the left thigh. And this will be perhaps a little more enjoyable for you. We want it to feel easeful, not holding on with the breath or clenching the jaw. And then when you're ready, sweet ones, let's let that go. Hug the knees into the chest and we'll make our way up. So you might roll to a side and press yourself up or rock yourself up, and let's step back into our first downward facing dog. Plant the hands and the feet into the mat so you've got that stability, that real groundedness. And on your next exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands and bring your back knee down to the mat or maybe onto a folded blanket. So we'll cycle through some just gentle, continuous movement here. Lift the torso, reach the arms up, growing upwards. And when you're ready, lower the hands, shift the hips back, straighten through the front leg, flex the toes to the face. Ardha Hanumanasana. Hands can be up on blocks here. Right knee, front knee doesn't need to be all the way straight. It can be a little bent. Left hand stays on the mat, and then turn to the right and reach the branch of your right arm up towards the sunlight. So there's a little twist. And then we'll release right hand down and just repeat. Rock forward, Anjaneyasana, reach up. Travel at your own pace now, your own rhythm. Ardha Hanumanasana. rotating and reaching and releasing to continue again. Let's practice just 2 more. Make it your own, tending to your unique garden, right? And whenever both hands are back on the mat, rock forward and step back. Downward facing dog. Between side, let's take a lovely little shoulder release. So lower the knees to the mat. Let's bring our elbows on the mat, about underneath the shoulders, shoulder width distance, palms together. Lift the forearms away from the mat so the fingertips start to lift up towards the space above you. As you shift the hips back, drop the chest and the forehead towards the mat. And I like to keep the fingertips touching but separate the palms of the hands away from one another here, as though I'm holding a beautiful, juicy orange between the palms of my hands. So you might try that too. See how that feels for you. Your next in-breath will gently come out, lift the head, lift the chest, release the hands to the mat, tuck the toes, and we'll come back to our down dog and move into the second side. Left foot forward, right knee to mat. And let's cycle through about 3 or 4 of this lovely little flow from Anjaneyasana to Ardha Hanumanasana and into the twist. Staying really present with the sensations in the body. Observing them arising and passing, and responding wisely if you need to change or modify or slow down or come out a little early. And the next time both hands are on the mat, let's make our way back to a downward facing dog again and take a breath. Sit bones and tops of thighs are growing up and out into the space above you. And choosing whichever leg, yogis, is best for you. Step 1 foot forward between the hands. Let's pivot on the feet towards the long edge of the mat. Feet parallel, so toes facing forward. And we'll start to walk our hands forward. So I know my arms are coming out of shot here, but walking the hands and the arms forward as though you're in a downward facing dog with the upper body. But you're still in this wide-legged forward fold with the lower body. Easy full breaths here. And you might stay here, or you might pick up the right hand, reach it underneath the left arm, and hold the outer edge of the left thigh, shin, or ankle, and gently draw yourself to look underneath the left arm. If there's space for you today, you might bend into your right knee, the opposite knee to the direction you're turning toward. And you might bend the right elbow as you turn towards the left. And then we'll release and switch sides. Right hand back on the mat. Left arm reaches underneath to outside of right leg. Turn underneath the right arm towards the right. Maybe left knee bends. Maybe there's space as you pull with the left hand gently to bend the left elbow. And then let's release. Walk the hands back in under the shoulders. Lift the chest. Hands to the waist. Press into the feet and let's rise. Okay, let's turn our toes out a little, heels in. Reach the arms out wide. Then reach right arm up, left arm down. Bend the elbows. Gomukhasana arms, but not long enough to take a hold of the fingertips. We're going to just find that gentle, continuous movement, switching side to side. As you release, inhale. And as you come into Gomukhasana arms with the elbows bent, exhale. Let's add the legs. Inhale, release. Exhale, bend the knees, sit down into a wide-legged squat. Inhale, open, release. Exhale, switch arms and sink back down. Let's do a few more each side. Once again, you just find your rhythm. And because you know your body, mind, instrument, and you're tending to your garden, you choose how deeply you come down into your squat, right? What you need today, what's going to be most nourishing for you. Let's do one more to each side. And the next time you straighten the legs, reach the arms wide, and exhale, hands behind you, interlace the hands. As you reach the knuckles down behind you, turn the toes back forward, feet parallel. Take an in-breath and allow the chest and the chin and the eyes to grow up and out of the body a little. And exhale, bow forward over the legs. And as you bow forward, the shoulders are staying away from the ears as you just keep reaching the arms and the knuckles back and up, growing back and up towards the canopy of the forest, if you like, towards the sunlight that's beyond the sit bones, beyond your tail. And then we'll let the hands go and walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Pivot on the feet and step back. Last down dog. And there's about 5 breaths or so just to you. So you might choose to move through vinyasa. You might choose child's pose, or you might play and choose any other shape. Trust your intuition. Just a little moment here for you to choose what's best for you in your practice today. Lovely. We'll lower the knees to the mat. Slip the hips back to the heels. Take a moment in child's pose. And maybe we reach the arms forward today, but turn the palms to face upwards as the forehead nestles in towards earth. And we'll gently lift the torso off the thighs. Come upright out of child's pose, and we'll make our way onto our backs. When you come onto your backs, sweet ones, let's hug Let's start left again, just to keep us awake. Left knee into the chest, right leg long. Sole of left foot to top of right thigh. And you can use the right hand to guide the left knee across the body to the right as you blossom open through that left arm and reach it out to the left. Allowing the body to soften and feel a little heavy. Breathing into the left side, the left chest, the left lung, the left shoulder. And then we'll release that side, hug the left knee into the chest one more time before we switch. Left leg long, right knee draws in. And take your time to journey into the twist on the second side. Perhaps returning to the seedling that you planted at the beginning of the practice, returning to your intention, returning to why you chose to practice, what draws you to the mat today. And we'll come out of the twist. A last hug of the right knee into the chest, and then maybe hugging both knees into the chest, a little rock side to side. When you're ready to let that go, let the legs go. Maybe knees stay bent, feet wide, knees fall towards one another, constructive rest. Maybe legs reach long for Shavasana, or you might choose another still shape that's more comfortable for you. And just taking these final moments, just a few moments, to bathe in the goodness of the practice, soaking it in, drinking it up. Your attention can stay in the body, observing the movement of the breath in the body. Observing the sensations rivering throughout the body, coming and going. And this beautiful aliveness, the garden of your body, mind, heart. Thank you for sharing your practice. Peace, peace, peace.